This preview video is brought to you by the excellent football app called Football Flash. Download it right now to get all the information on Arsenal's visit to Old Trafford, where they're going to be taking on Manchester United. Check out the app right now. Hi, and welcome along to AFTV. Got a very special guest with me today. It is Flex from United Stand, the Manchester United channel. And obviously the reason why I've got him here today is because it's the big one on Wednesday night. Arsenal going to Manchester, Old Trafford, Arsenal versus Manchester United. It's a big game. Big game. And you know what, right? For you guys, it's probably bigger than it even is for us. I mean, it's huge.
It's a weird one because it is in terms of, because obviously the pressure that's on Jose and we've been playing terrible this season. But I was saying to troops as well, but the pressure's kind of massively on you guys in a way, in terms of, all right, you haven't won that as of 11 years. But to really prove that you lot have turned that corner and, you know what I mean, you're really onto big things, you want to stamp it down here. Can we go to Old Trafford and win away? Because if you lose this game, and then obviously Tottenham got Southampton at home, and then you just lose the 3 points that you just gained on them, it's kind of like, oh, that was the game that really we could say we have arrived. Do you know what I mean? No, but listen, there's been pressure, and there's pressure on us in every
more
game
on you, man.
So poor.
The pressure's on. I take your point, yeah. What I mean. Because if we can go to your place and we can win after not winning, was it 2006 or something? When Adebayor. Yeah. I mean, that was the last time we won there in the league. Yeah, I remember being there for that game. It was amazing. And we just had so many horrible performances since then. I think if we could go there and win, we could lay down a marker. I think if we even went there and got a draw, a lot of fans were looking at him at two really difficult games, 4 points out of that. That's not bad. But for you guys, I feel you're under more pressure. Because you've been so bad. I mean, I've been watching your channel, man, and like it's roles reverse. And I see you, man, used to giving us stick. All your Mr. Goldbridge and that used to be there giving AFTV stick. Yeah, they're always on there ranting. Look, your channel at the moment, all I see is angry fans, man. They are angry. Mourinho out. I mean, what's it?
It's all facts. It's all facts. What you're saying.
It's been brilliant, by the way.
I bet. All you've done is you jinxed us, gave us your torch, or you've done something to us, and just gave us your fortunes, because it's literally. I'm not going to say a carbon copy, because it's not, the longevity of it isn't as long, but in terms of the feeling and around the manager and the discontent amongst the fans, the performances, the players, it's very similar to Wenger's last season. I mean, it's all justified, man. For me, we ain't made any progress under Jose Mourinho. The proof's in the pudding. We've made our worst league start in 28 years. That says it all. You know what I mean?
You know what? For me, what I can't understand, I look at your team. Lukaku, Alexis Sanchez, Lingard, Martial, Mata, Pogba, Matic, De Gea. These are not Rashford. These are not joke players.
Two of them players you mentioned are joke players.
Who are those?
Lukaku and Matic are joke players.
No, the Lukaku's not. You spent £75 million.
You know why he's injured right now? Why he's not going to play the game?
He fell over the ball.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, but he did score in that game as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he was on a plate.
No, but what I'm saying is, right? Yeah. These are not. All right, he might be on bad form at the moment, right, Lukaku, right? But these are not joke. Why is it? I'm baffled. And I can't work out why you guys are so bad. I saw the game the other day against Southampton. And you did what you do brilliantly, come back, right? But then in the second half, when I thought, right, you're going to be over with them, you're going to smash them up now. You just went back to how you was before you were 2-0 down. The game against that team, Young Boys, you know, all the fans were dressed in the yellow and that. I thought your team should have been dressed in the yellow, because you lot were the proper cowards that day. I couldn't understand it. You got the result. But I just don't get why United have been so bad. Now, you were there every week. What is it? What's wrong?
Firstly, it starts with the manager. It starts with the manager in terms of he's working with these players day in, day out on the training field. The way that they play, or lack of way of playing, that's reflected in what the manager is, what you work on in the training field. If you guys aren't pressing as a unit, if you guys ain't trying hard, if you guys ain't having good movement, if you're not, do you know what I mean? Then that's a way of playing. You look at all the other sides, yourselves, Klopp, Poch, Pep, you can identify their teams. Yeah? You can't do that with ours, because Mourinho's tactics are dead, man. His football, his type of football has died a slow, painful death, man, in my opinion. It's very simple. We've got other problems at the club, at the top. You're looking at the board. Ed Woodward, you know, businessman, makes a lot of football decisions, very good commercially, not qualified to be picking out players, but even he's getting involved in now.
Told you, man, it's roles reversed. It sounds like Gazidis.
And that's what I'm saying. Where you're saying, but this is the thing, where you're saying, I don't understand it, I don't go. I'm thinking, mate, it's what you went through. This is like literally a role reversal. Just the only difference is that it's not over a longer period of time. Mourinho's been there. This is his 3rd season. Yeah, none of our players have improved. No one's got better. You know what I mean? Martial was already there. Rashford was already there. Lingard was already there. He brought in Pogba, which some people say wasn't even his buy. It was already done. So, but all these players have gone backwards. Yeah, that's not just by chance. These players haven't just turned into crap players. Yeah, you look at other teams. In 3 months, look how Emery's got you playing. In 3 months, look how Sarri's playing. So it's not to do with like, oh, these players. Because some of our fans are even saying, oh, the players ain't good enough. And there's a couple of players who are past it. But you can't tell me. Look at the players that you mentioned, though. In all honesty, you can't tell me that these players we shouldn't be getting more out of them. It's facts. We have no sustained way of playing. When we do win games, it's moments of individual isolated brilliance, or you're waiting for one player for a bit of magic. So Martial might cut in, bam, something happens. We don't put teams under sustained pressure. We don't attack well as a unit, and that only gets you out of trouble in certain games. You can't base your season off that, and that's what we're seeing, man.
And I was going to say that, listen, despite all your problems, despite the fact that you're playing so crap at the moment, I was watching the game at Southampton. I was like, please play like that against us. But you know what? Every time that Arsenal coach turns up at Old Trafford, you lot don't play like that.
No, we don't.
You switch up. You don't play like that. You play different.
Yeah.
You always seem to get the job done against us, and that's the thing about it. That's why I'm confident that we'll go out there and put in a performance. I wish we'd had a bit more time because we play with so much intensity at the moment. Has that game on Sunday taken a lot out of the tank? But I'm still wary of Manchester United because, number one, you've got, like you said, you've got quality players that they can just, in a moment.
That's it.
And then, I don't know what it is about Mourinho. He always turns up against us.
You know what it is, yeah? And another thing, when Mourinho's on his last legs where you're thinking, tell you what, if we lose this, he's gone. Like the Newcastle game. When it was 2-0 down, I was looking around, I thought, I've never seen like this. Oh my God, he's going to get sacked. Because there was a lot of noise before that game that he was going to get sacked. Then we miraculously come back. Young boys, you know what I mean? That's a 0-0 for age. I'm thinking, oh, this is peak for him, mate. Like, we get the last. When he looks like he's on his last legs, he finds a result to ooze out another couple more months or get to the end of the season. And I think you're right about that. We find a way. And I think if we do beat you, I think we will for some reason. Because of that reason, I think our individual players will step up.
What do you fear from Arsenal?
Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Torreira in that midfield, if I'm honest with you. If we have Nemanja Static, because he can't move.
You lot were bigging him up last year.
Listen.
You were bigging him up, you were showing off. So Chelsea, thank you. And you ain't saying that now, are you?
Take that L. You know what I mean?
I thought he was a good buy as well at first.
Yeah, at first, exactly. But what we've seen now is, you know, another season in the Prem. Maybe it's caught up with him. His performances haven't been good. He's a player who was not past it. Well, yeah, past his best. He was only going to go downhill from there. So we oozed out one decent season from him after that. Once he started the season as bad as he shouldn't be in the side anymore. But he's Jose's boy. But in terms of fearing for you, if we have Torreira in there against Matic and Fellaini, who are just stiff and slow, Xhaka's, I don't know if he's suspended, isn't he?
Xhaka's suspended, yeah.
So Guendouzi might come in there. Yeah. But they can move. You know, they can move. And that worries me. A lot
of talking about you lot got a lot of injuries at the back. Right? A lot of injuries in defence. Now, again, I've seen this too many times at all, so I ain't going to fall into this. You turn up there. All the man that they said, you know, his leg's broken, he's on crutches, he was in a wheelchair yesterday. All those players, you see him come running out and they play. You're like, oh, I thought he was injured. But are there a lot of...
There's genuine...
who's out? Who's definitely out?
Lindelof's definitely out, which is a big miss for us.
He's been playing well,
he started off poorly, but once Jose actually put a bit of trust and belief in him, which he don't do very often to a lot of his players, he started to play well. He's been playing very well. I believe Smalling was out of the last game with an injury, but hopefully he'll be back because we need him back badly. He has his moments. He's not the best, but you can get some sort of consistency out of him. Phil Jones, a clown. He's terrible. Phil Jones, Calamity Jones.
Future England captain, man.
Whoever said that?
That's what I was told one time by a Man United fan. Yeah.
Someone said Phil Jones. Is it a Man United fan?
Phil Jones, yeah.
That's an idiot thing. I don't know what Phil Jones they're looking at, mate. He's a worst player at the club. He is.
Ashley Young's out, and he's suspended. Which, again, I'm glad of that because he's. Even though he can be the most annoying player for opposition fans, he does put it in, doesn't he?
He's got passion. Although, like, we've seen his flaws in terms of we need a proper right back. We need a proper right back.
But he delivers a good cross.
Sometimes. He's got it in him, but we don't see it often enough. But against you guys, though, he's definitely someone I'd want to see. He's got the passion.
Yeah.
He knows how to piss the opposition off. He's just that guy, isn't he? But, yeah, we'll be missing him. So hopefully young Delot comes in. We've been wanting him to play for a while. Luke Shaw's injured. Yeah. Which is not good. So Ash Young will probably go to left back. So
no, Ash Young's out, isn't he?
Oh, sorry, yeah. So then you're looking at maybe Rojo might come into the side. So we're clutching. Rojo hasn't played. Bailly, the forgotten man. He was our best defender at one stage. Jose just dashed away him. He bought him, gone. Oh, it looks like he's going to leave. You know what I mean? So he got a back problem. Like Ozil, innit? Got back problem.
His back problems are going around, innit?
He ain't got no back problem. He's got pain in the arse. It's called Jose.
You know a player that I fear? Obviously, I fear Martial. Yeah. Right? I fear Martial. He's a very good player. And he can just twist up your defence. Yeah. Right? I would have feared Alexis if he was playing because I think he would have been wanting to step up for this game. I'm kind of glad he's out. There's one player that I know you lot all hate him, yeah? But for me, I fear that guy, right? And that's Fellaini. Yeah. Because I think these type of games... I mean, he's been one of your best players recently, and he used that little battering ram, and he's such a hard player to deal with, like from set pieces. From he done us last year. I remember we was up there last year, and I thought I thought in that game, which we had a makeshift team, I thought we done really well. We deserved at least a point, and he just props up. The other day against Juventus and all that. I mean, he's a vital player.
You know what it is about him is, if you utilise him well, you get the best out of him. Jose don't do it. Jose's having this guy trying to be a ball-playing centre midfielder, being defensive midfielder. Fellaini's best position is just off the front, or if you are going to play him in midfield free, play him the highest up of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when he's and especially if he's next to Matic, we're so slow. We've got no creativity. We've got no legs.
I think Pogba slows it down a lot as well. I don't know. I've been surprised by some of his performances recently.
His performances have been very up and down. There's been some games where it's like, flipping that, mate. You just kept Jose in a job. You know what I mean? Him and Martial linking up well. It's not all Jose with the Pogba thing. He's got to look at himself, and he's not turning in consistent good performances. But the talent is there. At any moment, he can do it. He can be a world-class player on his day, but I think the system that he plays in is not conducive to his style. Similar with like what you got with Ozil. I think Jose needs to look at it and think, how do I get the best out of this guy? I need to have it, but he doesn't. His system will never allow it to. And then obviously they got their own goings on, and then Pogba's just carrying on a bit silly, and it's a mess. That situation is a mess, and we're seeing it. It's affecting his performances.
I heard a rumor, I heard a rumor the other day. Now, don't quote me on this. Don't say this is spot on true. I was in Dubai the other day. I heard that somebody asked Pogba, what's going on in that? Why is things going so badly in that? And Pogba said to him, you'll see what happens in January. Just out of the blue said that. Why would he say it? Is he gone or Jose? Is he going?
I can't.
Or maybe he meant Jose's going.
I can't hand on my heart rule it out because he's not looking in favour right now. Some of the fans, United fans, have turned on him. I hear it. Not like...
I actually like him.
Yeah, look,
I'd have him at Arsenal.
Embrace that. Yeah, everyone would have Pogba. Because in a better team with a better manager, just with a better manager and a better system, you'd see the Pogba. You know what I mean? If he was under Pep or flipping...
Emery.
You know what I mean?
Start talking up our manager, man. Put some respect on his name.
No. Listen.
Put some respect on his name, man. Because I noticed, when you lot talk...
Who? Me? Listen, you can't say that about me. I'm giving him the utmost respect. I bet you ain't even watched the combined 11 we done. You'll see there. And watch Troops' thing I done with him. I said, listen, fair play to you lot. The guys come there.
No, not fair play.
What do you mean fair play?
Put some respect on his name.
Let me talk now. You see that? You see, he's trying to get out of me, I'm not going to come and lick ass too much, He's done well in the 4 months. He's done fantastically well. He's changed the way you play. He's changed the mentality of you guys. And the most important thing, he's changed the results. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen your manager do more in 3 months than mine's done in 3 years, pretty much. So, look, Emery, he's got a long process to go. I believe that your players have bought into what he's doing, definitely. Why wouldn't they? They look like a good unit, a tight unit now. And a unit that believes in themselves. And that's, when you say about what am I most worried about in terms of players, what I'm actually most worried about is the consistency in what your players believe in. Because if they go there and truly believe, and play with that level of intensity that they did in the North London derby, it would be a very difficult evening for us because we don't like pace. We're not organised. We don't like people running in behind. We don't like being pressed. We're not confident right now. But if you don't have that same intensity, that was a North London derby at home. You know what I mean? The fans, the 12th man. If you allow us to start, because we're a terrible team in the first half. Terrible.
So are we been, to be fair.
Actually, yeah, you are, yeah.
Up until that game we were brilliant in the first half. But we've been, I wouldn't say we've been terrible in the first half, but we ain't been, that was the first time, No, even in that game we weren't leading at half-time. We've not been leading at half-time. So
it's a similar thing, I think, in terms of the tales of the first halves.
Yeah.
But with us, the longer the game goes on as well, and we just struggle, we're pedestrian, we played side-to-side football, we play slow football, with no real, I say it on my channel, nearly all of our attacks is a freestyle. So you get the ball, give it to someone, what can you do with it? Get the ball, give it to someone, what can you do with it? With you, you can see a clear pattern of play. And even if it's not going well, we stick with it, we keep going, and eventually it will work. With us, it's give the ball to Martial, let him see if he can beat two man. Give the ball to Pogba, look up, no movement.
Maybe you should sign the F2 freestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Sign F2 in the January transfer window.
You're watching, mate. Get in.
He's Arsenal, mate.
Oh, he's Arsenal.
Listen, give me a prediction.
All of this being said, with how poor we've been and what a rut we're in, because we are in a rut, I'm going 2-1 United because of the reasons that when Jose seems like he's on his last legs, because potentially, no getting this twisted, you lot could get him sacked tomorrow,
Do you reckon he gets sacked?
Potentially, yeah.
I'd love that.
Potentially, I bet you would. How ironic would that be? Because I know you fans hate Jose from his Chelsea days, because he had Wenger in his Asda price back pocket, you know what I mean? But I'm going to go 2-1, because I think when Mourinho's on his last legs, he always finds a way. And I think individually, our players would just find a way. It might be scrappy, but yeah, 2-1.
I'm going to go 2-1 to us. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be a really, really difficult game. I think maybe our intensity might be knocked a bit with that, game against Tottenham. That took a lot out of us. But if we can carry some of that confidence and fight into that game against Man United, and like you said, press from the front, we will struggle. Really press Man United, really try and pose them lots and lots of problems up front. Get the ball into Aubameyang, Lacazette.
They both got them into. Surely, innit?
I'm not sure. because I'm thinking he might start with one. Because at the moment, because of Welbeck injury, right, we don't really have nothing in reserve if it's not working out on the bench.
Welbeck might not start because he come off maybe because Lacazette.
Yeah, but I'm on about goal scorers off the bench. So if it's not working out and you can bring a goal scorer, and so. I don't know if
the last thing I want to see in like the 65th minute when we're doing Lacazette coming into it.
And when you think about it, the fact that Lacazette did have a slight groin injury going into that game, the fact that he put a lot into that, maybe starting with Iwobi, who'll be up fresh. He's a guy that he will drive and run at your defence, cause a lot of problems. I'm wondering if he might start with like maybe Aubameyang or even a Lacazette up front first with bringing on Aubameyang later. It wouldn't surprise me. But I think if we can show that intensity and keep the concentration, it's a very important game. If Mustafi, if he plays, I know he came off with an injury. Socrates is very combative. He's going to be very important in this game up against guys like Fellaini. But it's going to be a close game. I'm not writing off United, even though they've been poor. They haven't really lost at home, have they?
No, we've just been drawing stupid games. Yeah.
And they went away. And when you write, I saw that game against Juventus. They got peppered, and they come out winning the game, lucky. Right? And I've seen them do this so many times, man. So I'm so weary, but I think this could be the moment when Arsenal do go out there and get a win. Confidence is high, and I'd love it. So I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was like a draw. I
have to say though, in my Kevin Keegan voice, I would love it if we beat you. You know why? We ended the 49 unbeaten. Yeah. Obviously, you got your little 19 unbeaten now, and as badly as we're playing, and we know we're not better than you in this moment. And the form guy, I would just love it, just to give you that first loss, just to give you a little bit of reality.
Some more diving.
I'll take any win. I'll take own goal, trip over the thin air, and anything. I'll take any goal.
So you'd like, that's your love it moment, but here's my love it. I would love it. I would love it if we peppered and put all that 3-4. And Mourinho sacked. Because imagine if Mourinho gets sacked from Manchester United
I'll shake
because of Arsenal.
Does a favour.
Because of us. Honestly, man, listen. That would make my season, man.
Yeah, but then we'll change our manager, then we'll come back though. You lot been want Mourinho to stay, so we're crap. That's what your fans keep tweeting
imagine,
me.
right? No. And I want to be there singing, we want you to stay. Like what you lot used to sing. Jose Mourinho, we want you to stay.
Not sacked in the morning. Huh? Or singing sacked in the morning.
No, man, I want him to stay. No, you know what, sacked. If he got sacked, Listen, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to get over to United Stand as well. We've been doing like lots of collaborations around this game, right? You want to hear Man United fans cry, man? They've been Why are you
so vicious? You've been there before, you know.
I've been there before. I feel your pain, man.
I'm coming to you for counselling. When we finish this, I want to know how you dealt with it.
I could offer you a lot of counselling, bro. Trust me, I've had years of it, right? So, but get over to United Stand and check out their channel. You know, listen, these guys are on the ground, United Stand, so I respect that still. Yeah, all right, I respect that. And also, don't forget, we've got a little campaign going on at the moment. Get AFTV to 1 million subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed to AFTV, subscribe right now. Even if you're a United fan. Subscribe, man.
Don't subscribe if you're United. No, I'm joking. No, listen, we're already subscribed from the rants from before. They're already subscribed.
Listen, it's all about football. You can subscribe, man. I mean, if you want to see real football fans, you want to see a real team.
Listen.
Subscribe.